Hello, my magical friend. Thank you so much for joining me on today's live chat. It is Tuesday, September 15th, and we are, I know it's September, going to continue our summer of superpowers because, well, superpowers are just fun, and we should all use all of ours all the time. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, we are going to talk about expanding out. And we're going to do a little exercise with it. We're going to talk about it from a few different angles. And then it's up to you to head out there and play with it. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm Dr. Andy. I play in Dr. Andy's world, and I invite you, all of the empowered, weirdo pet parents out there on the planet, to join me. And how much fun can we have? It looks like people can hear me. Woohoo! Sarah says, I like the hair. I know, right? Like, it's straight, so you know where I went today. I got my hair done, right? There's no better, well, there's some better days, but that's a pretty good day, right? Amber's like, your hair is super. I know, look at. So about every 7 or 8 weeks, it's straight. Thank you, girls. And hi, Keisha. Thank you for joining me today for our expanding out superpower. Okay, what the hell does that mean, Dr. Andy, right? Okay, so if you listen to the radio show at all, or the podcast, I don't think it's a radio show anymore, Dr. Andy's World on Inspired Choices Network, I talk about expanding out. And sometimes on some topics, we actually do it on the show. And so we're going to do it right here, right now, all together, even if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you don't know how. Because it's that easy. It's that easy. We forget to utilize it. We forget we have this superpower at our fingertips. So I'm going to do it first, and then we're going to have a little chat about it. But first, I got to see who's... Thank you, Keisha. Keisha also says awesome hair. I know, I don't spend the time to straighten it. Anyway, okay. Boys and girls, magical friends. Let's get comfy if you can. Let's feel your feet on the floor and your hands on your tummy. And then you're just going to expand out as big as the room you're in. Expand out as big as the building. As big as the city, as big as the state, as big as your country, as big as the world. Forward, back, up, down, all directions. And now we're going to take it 100 miles beyond that. And another 100 miles beyond that. And another 100 miles beyond that. And there my body took a breath. We can go 1,000 miles beyond that. All directions. Forward, back, up, down, every angle. Because what if our being is actually that big or bigger? And what do we generally try to do? Contract it into this cute little body that we have. But what if the body's actually inside the being? So when do you expand out? Or, here, let me back up a step. Even if you didn't know what I was doing, you did it with me when I said that. Your being knows what to do. It followed it. And you can keep going if you'd like. We can go 1,000,000 miles out in all directions. Oh, my body really liked that. And notice if and when your body takes that breath. Okay, now when do you do this? Well, I can easily say when you feel contracted, okay? So what does that mean? Well, we have different labels, right? In this reality, when you're feeling depressed, when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling like the walls are closing in, when you feel like people are way too much. What if you stopped, took 20 seconds and expanded out? And what if that could change everything? And what if you'll need to do that many times during a day? And what if that's okay? Because right now, people are a lot of work on this planet, period. Have you noticed? Have you noticed everyone is worked up? And everybody is revved up about stuff. Everybody has their correct point of view about what's right and what's wrong on this planet right now. And that's a lot for any being to handle, manage, walk into. So if you took 10, 15, 20 seconds and expanded out, what could that change for you? Because I can't tell you what that will change for you. You're going to have to play with it. You're going to have to do it. And you're going to have to let me know what changed for you. Were you able to breathe a little bit better? Did you actually have an acknowledgement that, okay, all of this energy, all of this worked upness isn't actually mine? Cool. Was your body just a lot more comfortable throughout the day because you expanded out? And we could kind of piggyback or jump off into, like, my fabulous, wonderful friend Keisha got the email out today reminding you I was going to be here. And she called it making things bigger. So what if we made things bigger? What if we expanded out? What if we made us bigger instead of that contracting in, that anxiety in, that I'm supposed to be, all I am is this body, right? And if this is a brand new concept or thought process or mindset or whatever fancy word you want to use, that you are more than the body, you actually occupy more space than just your body, welcome. And what if now, did your kids calm down? She's so good. Keisha's just awesome. So she popped in there, did your kids calm down? We're going to get to that in just a second. But if you are not always trying to fit into this body and keep yourself contracted and keep yourself small, and you did the opposite and expanded out and you're being bigger than your body, how much more ease can that create? Okay, and then Keisha pops in here. Did your kids calm down? Okay, human kids, animal kids, don't care. When you start doing this and that contraction, that anxiety, that frustration, that even hurry up, I'm late, I think that's a fabulous contractive energy. And you know what you do with that? You expand out. You slow it down. What if doing the opposite affects everybody around you? Like if you get contracted, how much more do your dogs not listen? How much more barking occurs? How much more running around occurs? How much they will just not get in the car? This could go for your 4-year-olds too, right? Well, maybe not the barking, but you never know what stage they're in. But if you expand out, 100 million miles in all directions, bigger than the planet, and your body goes like this, what if all the beings, 2-legged, 4-legged around you go, oh, what just changed? Play with the tool. Play with that superpower. Stick it in your toolbox. You now have another superpower to pull out. Sitting in traffic. Expand out. That's how many other beings around you are contracting into pissed offness, contracting into frustration, contracting into I'm going to be late, that you are picking up on, that you are now contracting with them. And what can you change for them by being the expansion, being bigger on that roadway? You'll never know, but it's kind of fun to go, hey, maybe I just contributed to this traffic tonight. I'm kind of weird when it comes to that stuff. It's like, okay, cool. What can I contribute here that maybe I don't know exactly what occurred for the other person or the other being, but I know I contributed. And what if it is always those feather whispers. Not always, but consciousness, energy, frequencies, vibration. What if that's the core of everything, but none of that is a brick over your head? It's always just the feather motion that we always, I shouldn't say always, but most of the time always discount. Just saying. Okay, so, and the other little springboard I wanted to take you guys on with this. So expand out. What if you make yourself bigger? What if you make things bigger? Not in the fashion of turning up the drama on things and making a bigger deal out of everything, but you just occupy, your being occupy more space, and that can contribute to any situation. And then I wanted to springboard off somewhere else, and now it's like, whoop, gone. What was I going to go to? Shoot, in my recap, I forgot where I was going. How cool is that? How does it get even better? Okay, anybody? Okay, no more new messages. Awesome. Okay, well, while I'm working on recalling what I wanted to talk about, it's the blonde coloring, right? We could just blame the blonde coloring. Okay. I'm here every Tuesday, Dr. Andy Harper's page on Facebook, our live chat. We are talking about superpowers. Superpowers everybody has and everyone can use at any time they choose. And if you'd like to be reminded, because we do live in a very busy world, that I am here live, pop in the comments below the word remind. And then head over to your Facebook Messenger, because there, Spotbot will introduce himself. And then he will ask you a few more questions that before you get your reminders, you have to have a little bit of a conversation with it. But he's got a really cute picture and his little bandana for all of his superpowers. His superpowers is to get you here when I'm live every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And he's pretty good at it. It's pretty awesome. Dr. Andy's World Positive Podcast on Inspired Choices Network every Friday. That one's at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Live most Fridays. There's a chat room you can join. You can make comments. You can ask questions. You can even call in. And we can have a live conversation on the air. It's so cool. This week, I do have a guest. We are in season 3 of Dr. Andy's World. And we are looking at and working towards having a lot more guests, a lot more conversations, a lot more different points of view, and just having a lot more fun with that. So my guest this week is Amber O'Hara, and we are talking about, do dogs think about pain? We have a whole theme for September, and it's body work. And so we had a show about pain, because what do most people do for themselves and their animals when there's pain? Go get body work. Or they didn't even realize there was body work for their animals. So that's our theme. And so listen in, 3 p.m. Friday. This Friday, what day is that? Today's the 15th, 16th, 18th, September 18th, 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Do dogs think about pain? I actually had a previous show, Do Dogs Think? That was pretty cool. My point of view, they don't think. They do not think like we define thinking and concluding and deciding the way we do it. So it's probably a pretty fun conversation if you're looking for something different. And last but not least, the magical membership is open. It's open. We would love to invite you to join me every month. We are doing founding member pricing because we are building this out. That price will go up. It's $47 a month. There'll be a call with me every month. There'll be Animal Magic sessions. There'll be discounts on other products and services. There'll be more and more and more and more. And they'll all be in that membership for you to access all the time. So how rockin' is that? I invite you. And I was really hoping my thought would come back to me. So we expanded out. If you're still with me, or you're listening this in a repeat, you could still comment. And Facebook will still tell me you commented, and I will read it and I will get back to you. But after expanding out, how does your body feel? What did you notice for you? Can you breathe a little easier? Has the anxiety level gone down? And we can always kind of connect that with who does this belong to, which is a previous superpower. And you can always go back in the catalog of videos on this page and find that one. Who does this belong to? It's also up on the YouTube channel. So, yes, Keisha's like, hooray, magical membership. Who's going to join me every month for more magic in their life? How about more fun, more magic, more superpowers? It sounds terrible to me. That is what more relaxed. Okay, good. Thank you, Keisha. Yeah, it's that sense when you move away from being contracted in your body. And try it with your animals. Like we talked about also another superpower, that zone. When you match their zone and go out a little bit farther, here, you could double up your superpowers. What if you expanded out and then asked where their zone is and go just a little bit farther? You'd probably be like floating down the street on that walk. What amazing walks or amazing experiences to the vet or to the trainer or to the groomer you and your animals just might have. The kicker is you have to do it. You have to play with it. You have to experience for yourself. And don't judge yourself about it. If you say it wrong or you miss a step or you did it too fast, or all of that is judgments. What if expanding out, getting more relaxed and not judging you really starts to change your world too? More fun. What did I say? More superpowers? Something else. I don't know. Whatever. But what would you like your world to be like? Okay. We talked about this week's show. We expanded out. Everyone's still expanded, right? How is it getting better than that? I think that's it. I think that's all I came here to say. Oh, that's it. It came to me. Thank you. Awesome. Yes, the making yourself bigger. So when things are, this was the little caveat I wanted to go to. Yes, thank you. So you're expanded out. You're making things bigger. You're occupying more space. You're being more space. Your being is. Why? That is so funny. I get there and then it just disappears again. This is going to be the strangest live chat yet. I think this is the winner chicken dinner on that. Making things bigger. That's right. When things are uncomfortable, that's what I want. When you have deemed them, I'm anxious. I have deemed them, I'm depressed. I am deemed them, I'm cold. I deem them, I'm too hot. I deem them vibrating. I don't like this vibrating feeling. What if you turned it up? What if you have knee pain or back pain and you turned it up? Again, making yourself bigger and opposite of everything. What is the opposite of everything? I can't even talk anymore, but the opposite of what you think you should do, right? You have back pain. You should not have back pain. You should resist and react to the back pain. You should talk to everybody about the back pain. You should take something for that back pain. And you should not have that back pain. You have this constant dialogue going on in your head. What if you just turned it up? Because that resistance and reaction to that back pain, to that barking dog, to that screaming child, to that irritating coworker, what if you turned it up? What if you turned it up? I know, craziness, oppositeness, turn it up. You know, you got a pain in your knee, a pain in your elbow, a pain in your head, turn it up. Nobody wants to. Everyone's like, no, it's got to go away. That's resistance and reaction. What if you turned it up and enjoyed it? What if you turned it up and enjoyed it? What if you turned it up and enjoyed it? All the uncomfortableness. This is a reoccurring theme, for lack of a better term. I keep asking you all, to enjoy your uncomfortableness. Choose what is uncomfortable, because if you're looking for change, that is what is required of you, to be uncomfortable. So you expand out. We've got other tools to make that uncomfortable easier. Expand out, be more space, make yourself bigger. Take deep breaths, relax your body, turn it up, and enjoy it. What if we enjoyed the uncomfortable? Instead of contracting away from it, which is that expansion, right? Because every time you resist and react, you contract and limit. And usually judgment is in there too. Okay. Phew! That third one was funny today. It just kept going whoop, right out my brain. So cool. So we did our expand out exercise. Use that every day. Why the heck not? What do you got to lose? Just every day, once. If you think of it 10 times, do it 10 times. If you think about it 100 times, do it 100 times. But expand out. And after a while, you'll realize you are not starting as small as like that room when I started that exercise. You're starting as big as almost the earth, or you are as big as the earth, and you're expanding beyond that. Because once your being gets a taste of being that expanded, it likes to stay there. And the more you do it, the more you stay there. Right? And make yourself bigger. Occupy that space. Breathe into that space. Create from that space. And if you're uncomfortable, whatever that is, you call that pain, you call intensity, the irritation from other people or beings or animals, turn it up. Turn it up and enjoy it. Keisha's like, it's so wacky, it just might work. Well, heck, one of my favorites. What do you have to lose? Try it. Just don't ever take my word for it. Don't ever. You play with it. You work with it in your way. We are all individuals on this planet and beyond. Okay? Don't ever take my word for it. You play with it. And what do you have to lose? You might need to do it more than once. I'm just saying. And what do you got to lose? It doesn't work for you. You tried it 10 times. This is the stupidest thing ever. Fine. Don't do it again. You do it 3 times. You start to feel a little better. Maybe there's something to this. That's it. And how does it get even better than this? You could always add that to the uncomfortable, turning it up and enjoying it. And ask a question. How does it get even better than this? Okay. I look forward to, I won't see you on Friday. Hope you join me to listen into Does Your Dog Think About Pain on Dr. Andy's World Positive Podcast on Inspired Choices Network. If you want the reminder for that podcast and podcasts in the future, Spotbot has picked up a side gig. It's his side hustle. And he is also able and willing to send you reminders about the positive podcast if you write podcast in the comments below here. Even if you're listening to this as a replay, Spotbot is that brilliant. He will know to get you the reminder. Now, again, you have to go over the messenger and you have to answer a few more of his questions. And so we would love for you to join us, Amber O'Hara and I, on our show on Friday. We got everything? I think so. I'm here, Dr. Andy Harper Page, live chat, Tuesday live chat, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time every Tuesday. So grateful for you. So grateful for you in the world. And until we meet again, how much fun can you have with your animals? Mwah! Bye-bye, everyone.